Welcome to the Bookbibuli podcast. And today we are meeting Bradley Chalkers. He's the oldest kid in 5th grade. He tells enormous lies. He picks fights with girls. No one likes him except Carla, the new school counselor. She thinks Bradley is sensitive and generous and knows that Bradley could change if only he weren't afraid to try. But when you feel like the most hated kid in the whole school, believing in yourself can be the hardest thing in the world. And now that we have met Bradley, let's meet Adwita, who's going to review this book with us. Hello, Adwita.
Hello, I'm Adwita. I study in grade 8. I love to draw and play online games in my free time. Additionally, I like to read novels, especially the ones filled with mysteries. About magic of novels, it's the best online guided book reading platform I have ever come across. I never thought I would read books and fall in love with reading until I found this platform.
Wow, that sounds spectacular. Okay, tell me, Advita, did you find the title a little deceptive? Because honestly, it's a shame that the title sounds so ridiculous. Because the book itself is definitely not.
Yes, no doubt the title is misleading and doesn't match the story at all. A person's behavior can be influenced by how others perceive them in various ways. This phenomena is also referred as looking glass self-concept, which suggests that self-concept and behavior are shaped by how we believe others perceive us.
It's an honest and insightful book, which makes you think about a person as good or bad and how one changes the way others perceive him. How did you think Bradley achieved that?
Bradley achieves a transformation in how others perceive him through a combination of self-reflection, friendship, and guidance. Firstly, Bradley begins to change by reflecting on his own behavior and recognizing the negative impact it has on others. Secondly, Bradley's transformation is facilitated by friendship he develops with new student named Jeff. Jeff, who is kind and understanding, reaches out Bradley and offers him a genuine friendship. Through their interactions, Bradley begins to experience the positive aspects of healthy relationships and starts to let go of his defensive and aggressive behavior.
Okay, let's talk about something a little fun now. If you could change the title of the book, what would you make it?
I would name the title as The Salty Backbencher.
I think this is one of the few books that beautifully showcases the difference that adults can actually make on lives and self-images of children, either to help them or to hurt them, hopefully unintentionally. Could you tell us a little about the adult characters that were there in the book?
In the book, there's a boy in girls' bathroom. Several adult characters play significant roles in shaping the lives of children. Adult behavior plays a significant role in shaping child's behavior. Children learn by observing and interacting with adults in their lives, particularly their parents, caregivers, and other role models. Here are some key adult characters and their impacts. First, Mrs. Ebel. She is Bradley's counselor at school and plays a crucial role in helping him change his behavior and improve academically. She patiently works with Bradley, helps him develop self-confidence, and encourages him to form meaningful relationships with his classmates. Second, Carla Davis. She is Bradley's supportive teacher who believes in his potential and helps him overcome his negative self. Third, Mr. Glick. He is the school's principal, even though he is strict, but later relieves a more compassionate side.
I wish for a long reading life. But we can only read as much in terms of numbers. So it becomes necessary that we read well. And with that thought in mind, we have recently launched our program called the Curated Reads, which is a guided reading platform. I think you're a part of it. What do you think about it?
You are right. Even if I read day and night and do not take time out for my online games, I can read finite books. I wish I could read the best of the best, which is why the curated reading program or Bookbibuli made so much sense. A trailer made program which caters to my reading appetite. What more one can ask for?
Coming back to the book, on the surface of it, it is a funny book. But as you dive deeper, it becomes more sensitive, more emotional. So, what did you think about that aspect? And honestly, what did you enjoy more, the humor or the emotion?
This book is definitely an emotionally charged story written by Louis Sachar. Bradley Chalkers is a troubled boy who faces difficulties in school with his peers. As Bradley's character evolves throughout the story, readers witnesses his emotional growth, which can be very touching. Bradley is a character who experiences bullying and isolation, which can be emotionally challenging to read about. I like the humor in the book as it provides a light-hearted and engaging way to tackle more serious and emotional topics. The humor serves as a tool to draw readers in and make the emotional parts of the story more relatable.
Well, Louis Sacker did say that he's thinking of writing a sequel of this book. Suppose he did, hypothetically speaking, what do you think would have been the title and the basic plot or the premise of the book?
Oh wow, is it? Then definitely the title should be There's a Girl in Boys' Bathroom. The basic premise of the book will be how girls bully boys and intimidate them. That would be so unusual and fun to read. The girl would be the protagonist of the story. She would bully boys because she doesn't like them as boys are preferred more than girls. With this kind of thought, she would bully them and hate them. However, something unusual occurred and changed everything. This drastic change in her behavior was unexpected. Slowly, over a period of time, a boy became her best friend.
He sat at his desk, last seat, last row, and looked at the chart on the wall next to him. Of course, there was no gold star next to his name. He had already done three things wrong. First, he had knocked over a girl and made her cry. Second, he was late getting back to class. And third, and worst of all, his name was Bradley Chalkers. As long as his name was Bradley Chalker, he'd never get a gold star. They don't give gold stars to monsters. What did you think about this entire gold star and monster concept? Even, the interchangeability of the monsters.
Students punished for misbehavior, like made to stand in corner for hitting another child, like they're likely to become covertly disobedient. Students can be awarded for good work, like given a candy or gold stars, and they're most likely to lose interest in the very activities for which they are awarded. The behavior theory that people learn only when good and bad behavior is reinforced by rewards and punishments seems to be plain wrong. Under system of rewards and punishments, people lose their sense of ownership of tasks. The same seemed to be Bradley's case. No child is born monster. It's the situation that makes him or her so. And think love is the key to this question. Talking to such a child is the best therapy.
Thank you, Adwita, for a very insightful discussion.
Thanks Bookbibuli for giving me this opportunity where I can share my thoughts about a book.
An intriguing title. There's a boy in the girls' bathroom. This instantly makes you think of school. And this is where the story is set. A boy suddenly appearing in the girls' bathroom is scandalous, especially to 9 or 10 years old. And this pops up throughout the novel. The key character, as I told you earlier, is Bradley Chalkers. The teachers dislike him. The kids also don't like him. He doesn't listen to anyone in class. He's rude, surly, destructive. And he has been kept behind to do the year again because of it. Then a couple of things happen that change everything for him. A new kid called Jeff Fisher joins his class. And then another new counselor called Carla also joins the school. And then things change for Bradley Chalker. This book, it's not all plain sailing by any means. It's about making friends, losing friends, refusing to learn, refusing to listen, insisting on what you think is right. The most important lesson of all being self-esteem, believing in yourself and being open to change. It's an interesting book and should be read. And now it's time for Bookbibuli Read Reco. It's a lovely story. The school theme, inspirational adults, and strong-minded younger characters remind you of only one thing: school. Bradley's journey is interesting, and this book talks about school, friendships, bullying, bullies, confidence, and all these themes are dealt with emotionally and with heart. The language is easy. Louis Sachar is a very well-known name in children's literature, and he has done a wonderful job with the book. However, this is one of his books which are not as well known as the others. The title, like I said, is a little deceptive, but don't just go listening to the title. Read the book, and you will also find a friend in that book. I would recommend this book for any and every child who's above 8 years of age. The books that you can read before this book are Sideways Stories from Wayside School, Small Steps, and Holes by Louis Sachar. The best book to be read after this is The Boy at the Back of the Class. So until next week, better read, read better.